Welcome to Digital to Foot Traffic. I am Kevin Shi.
And I am Scott Jensen. We are digital marketers with massive experience in running brick and mortar stores.
Join us each episode as we explore the latest digital marketing trends and uncover strategies from the best in the industry. Welcome to another episode of Digital to Foot Traffic. I'm your host, Kevin Shi, and I'm very lucky to have a good guest of mine, Mr. Nils Horstmann from Munich, Germany. Welcome, Neil.
Welcome. Thanks a lot for the invitation.
So, for listeners who doesn't know Neil is the founder of an agency, a very big agency in Germany that specializes in digital marketing. And he's here in Hong Kong with me right now because of RISE conference. RISE is a very big conference in Hong Kong that specializes in high tech and all these looking for investors or startups or anything with technology and startups, digital. So Neil, you own an agency in Germany. Tell me how you started and why you started digital marketing, how you started, and give me some background of your company.
I started with digital marketing, online marketing after my study in Northern Germany, and when come to Southern Germany, to Munich, and do 3 years operational things, and when go to the Scout24 group. It's one of the biggest marketplaces next to eBay all over Europe, in Munich.
Okay.
Scout24, we have
it's a
for
website.
Real estate. And
okay.
It's a more website. It's a
so
group.
You're working for them, right?
Exactly,
okay.
yes. I'm working for them for digital strategy.
Your background was in programming, or?
My background was on marketing and a little bit on IT, but I'm not a programmer.
I'm
just a businessman. Like a merchant more. Exactly. And then after, more than 6 years, I've already worked as a student in some agencies before. And when we work with so much agencies and they say, there are so much problems. So agencies on the one side and consultancies on the other side. And the problem was that the consultancies don't know anything about operational digital marketing. So I can't use them. They sit there and read the basics and I pay them every day.
Okay.
And the other one was very specialized in only SEO, in affiliate, all these things. And they say, hey, I need one who's consulting me. Who can say to me how should I go on with my budget? What should I make?
So they don't understand your business.
Exactly. I don't have a sparring partner for my problems.
Okay.
And that's exactly the positioning of Eviom. So it was funny every time I talk with my colleague, with Philip. I founded with him the Eviom, and every time we say, this can't be. They earn so much money with us.
How did you meet your partner?
This is really the funniest story of everything. We meet ourselves at the Oktoberfest. It's the biggest beer party in the world with 6 million people.
I
met him and invited by Google. That's a funny thing. Google invited some successful people and companies and for the Oktoberfest and make some party.
You guys didn't decide to open an agency during drinking beer. It was a few days after, right?
No. But Philip was one of the first people there, and he said, need some good people because he would like to build up
So he has an agency
structure.
already?
No. He was at Scout24. He said, hey, I'm alone. I need help. I need someone who's also good in this thing, and we have the same ideas and dreams and passion. And he said, hey, please come here. I need support. And I say, 3 years now. It's a good time to change. It's a good next step in my business. And yes, when I think we are also something like friends and work for longer than 10 years together. So we have a base of trust and all these things. And when we said, it's time is over, we have really to build up something new. We pay so much money for so bad work. And yes, the idea was to build up something like a digital marketing consultancy. I think it's really completely new 8 years before. And because the classical do not do operational things and not so much digital 8 years before, and the other one was too fragmented. And that was the idea to engage the customer as a sparring partner, not to say I say you SEO, but to say, hey, what is your business? What are your goals? What are your success factors? What is your budget? And when we can think about, what to do to support to reach your goals.
So that's very interesting. So when was that? How long you guys started in this agency, and how big did you guys just start the two people company, and you slowly grew the company? And how did you get access to these big accounts? I know you have many big clients in Europe.
Yes, exactly. We are now about 35 people. We are working for companies like Nestle. We are the lead agency in Germany. We care for more than 25 brands, and also for the headquarter itself, and also for BMW. We had a strategic project with Telecom last year, but also for some first agent clients. We work for Hyundai, for example.
Really? Korean?
SEO also in Germany, or for Tamron. Yes,
for Japanese. Their European operations.
Exactly. It's all European. So the idea was to start in Germany for sure. Yeah. When we build up a second company in Switzerland, it's also just an example how complicated it is to make business in Europe, because Switzerland also speaks German, but it's totally complicated.
Yes.
Because we have German, Italy, and French.
Yes.
And then the customers engaging the website, every second website has a wrong language tag, for the SEO things, and it's a never-ending story and much to work for us. Yes, and then some people ask us, hey, we're good in Germany, can we also do it in Hungary? Can we do it in French? Can we do it in UK? UK is some of the most competitive.
So how many offices do you have now?
We have 2 offices, and now the third one here in Hong Kong, but we have built up strong partnerships with soon? No, for the last year, so the last 8 years. So we have some partners who we are working with for 5-6 years in France and Spain, in UK and everywhere. And yes, we have successful projects with them, and sometimes they also come to us and say, hey, can you support us in Germany? And yes, that's the main idea, because I think this is a small USP from us that we can really cover all countries, all languages, all over Europe.
Okay, so for an Asian customer, what would your company, Eviom, is it? Eviom, be the strategic advantage? If I want to go into Europe, opening stores, then I should hire, because you guys understand the European market better.
Exactly, yeah.
I cannot set the right keyword campaign from Hong Kong with my Hong Kong mentality, right? They will not click the keyword I think, right?
That's a question I asked you before, because the first reason, because I wanted to grow up something in Hong Kong, was it's something like a personal dream to build up here. I was thinking about, one of my life goals is to make any business here in Hong Kong, but I don't know how to combine it. And then half a year ago I told you, really, really cheap flights from Air China. I said, okay, let's go here. And I scanned my business network, and I said, this one is Hong Kong, this one is from China, whatever. I met them before, and yes, I also met him yesterday, but now in Hong Kong, not in Munich. So it's really funny, and we are also in the same business organization. And I think about, what's the situation in China? What's the situation in Hong Kong and in Asia? What are the problems? Because I see, there are 3 big markets. There's the US, the Asian, the European market.
Very different.
There are so much
customers
developments now at the moment. So there's Brexit, and also this morning I see our Chancellor here, Merkel, is also in China. She has made some new deals for some billions. You have the Trump area, and all these things. There are several things. So made in Germany is really popular. Germany is in the center of Europe. We have great fairs, and more Chinese people come here. And yes, I think Chinese product getting better and better, and they want to expand. And for example, 1 or 2 years now, AliExpress is starting a little bit, but only over the price. They say, doesn't matter how long it takes.
So if I'm a Chinese company, I want to expand to Europe, to say Germany. What kind of budget would you charge? Expect to charge, and what kind of strategy would you offer? Would you suggest I do Google or Facebook or a mix?
I think it totally depends on your business goal, on your industry, on your goals. So we have clients who say, hey, I just want to sell. This is my margin. You can do everything, spend everything. If I earn more money than I pay. So that's the one end, and the other, the big company has fixed budgets, and they can say I cannot spend more, even if I know they get much more money back. So it's completely different. We have clients who are working for us. I think it starts with 1,000 to 3,000.
What is cheaper right now? Like Facebook is cheaper in a CPA, not branding, just CPA, or Google. What is cheaper right now in Europe?
You cannot really say it, because the main difference is in search engine. The people are actively searching for something.
They know what they want.
Exactly. And in Facebook, you say, hey, I just wanted to send an email to whoever, I have a messenger, and they say, we offer, we sell, whatever from China, and they say, okay, I'm not searching, but I click it. The traffic is not so good. I think if you only look on the CPC level or CPM, and you try to look what's better, totally depends. But I think in search engines it can also be possibilities to get cheap traffic, but there's so much competition. That's the reason why sometimes companies come to us and say, the traffic is so expensive at Google, what can I make else? And then we are starting to get creative, to build up content, to get new traffic sources.
How would you do that? Can you give me an example how you did that?
I have a very good example. It's our client Verifox. It's what do you call it? It's a portal where you can choose your insurance, your finance services, and all these things. Here's one top competitor, it's Check24 in Germany. And one of the high season is the year-end season, because the auto insurance, the car insurance, change normally at the end of the year.
They don't have store? Is it online?
Exactly. No online? Store, only online. Everything is online. And at the end of the year, the prices explode. It's unbelievable. So we say, okay, what do? We have built up 2 meta engines, search engines. We're looking for all the content on the internet for real estate and also for automotive. But we don't sell anything of this. Everything is free for the users. But we sell the insurance for the automotive.
Wow.
So you get from the biggest car portals, you get the content.
You get all the traffic.
Yes, exactly. You get the content, you get traffic. The people can make whatever they want. It doesn't matter. And you have your complementary products inside of this.
That's a very good idea.
This is really interesting. And the next step is now we have been bought from a big TV agency, so TV company, and so we have TV spots more and more for really cheap.
You working with them or?
No, not directly. But this portal, our client directly, has so much TV power now. That would lower the CPA. Send it to the website.
Brand search will lower the cost.
For sure. And but there's so much pressure when the website is going down, and so we also Amazon Marketing Server web services, and look, there's a TV spot is coming, and when we raise the power of a website, the technical power, because otherwise it breaks down. And when you can, for example, just last example, use TV tracking and see exactly within the next about 10 minutes.
Can you explain TV tracking, because that's not so popular right now in Asia, right? And I think a lot of retailers in Hong Kong or in Asia really needs TV tracking. I heard it's just like having your phone on near the TV when it's watching, and then they know they can measure.
Not by yourself, but the technique is similar to this. So I think there are 2 possibilities. The first one is to say, okay, where's a media plan from a TV station, and I see it, and I try to buy everything, but you know exactly when it is, you don't know which channel, you don't know which advertising is before you, which one is next to you.
Yes, that's the problem traditionally.
Exactly. So it's similar, like you said, not with your phone itself, but where machines and they scan the TV in real.
Sorry about that.
First possibility is to, use classical media plans or whatever, but I think this is media 1.0 20 years ago. And the other thing is to have real-time TV tracking. You really see exactly in this second my spot is coming, and exactly now I'm looking what's happening on the website, because I'm looking at it from
this is mobile.
Exactly. I'm looking at more from a performance point of view. You know, so you have budget and you can think about what should I do, SEA traffic, PPC, whatever, affiliate, or TV.
Yes.
And so, for example, it can be really attractive if you have a regional product, a regional target group, and you use a regional TV sector. And then it can be really a very interesting possibility to also engage in TV. Because normally you think, it's too expensive and whatever, but then it can really be good. And yes, it's like a performance.
If they have scale, then it's very cheap.
Exactly. Really power.
And if you can measure, it'll be even better.
Brand, and you can measure it. That's what TV people don't like.
That's what's been very popular for a long time, like measuring, like TV tracking for a while now.
Exactly. For example, and then you can exactly see what's before, what's the TV station, what are they sending, what's the target group, and whatever.
Wow, that's great.
And I think that's the possibility to track everything is something which TV people don't like.
Exactly.
Because
they want to give you the bad leads.
Exactly. It's good for your brand. Just book it. And I give you 40% discount or whatever.
They give like
such a bullshit
kids
marketing.
or like 80-year-old grandparents that they'll never buy, right?
Exactly.
You know
in the morning when the red program is coming.
Exactly. So can you tell me the landscape of like the big media platform, internet media platform in US? Like, for example, what's the market share of Google, Yahoo, things like that? How's that?
It has already changed, but you have to know Google is the absolute maximum player with 90 plus nearly in the most important countries in Europe. But not in everyone. So it depends a little bit. I talk to you. So Bing is in Germany about say 3%, 5%.
That's not much.
It's a little bit strong on B2B, but all this. If you talk about search engine, you talk about Google in Germany.
And what about LinkedIn?
But just the search engine thing. But in other countries, for example, in Turkey, so Yandex is really strong from Russia. Yandex from Russia. You don't know it?
Never heard of it.
It's the Russian top search engine number 1. And we're really strong in Turkey.
And how are their search different? Is it like quality plus price, the ranking? Or is it like Bing where you pay a lot and you can just be on number 1?
So you maybe PPC and then Google itself.
I mean SEO, for example.
Yes.
I've been heard that in Yahoo, people can manually switch your spot up there.
Yes, I think these are the golden times, but it's not over.
Not anymore, though.
I had to be an entrepreneur 5 years earlier when I don't have to make a podcast now. No,
so how's that different from Google?
No, Google is really, really very intelligent. So all these things like click farms or manipulating or whatever. On the one hand, it's really Google recognizes really so much things, and the other side is we are working for well-known companies, and I cannot shoot down the Nestle website when they kill me the next day. So you can make it by your own.
And how's the cost? Is it more expensive to place your ad in Google in Turkey or in the Yandex in the search? Which is cheaper?
No, there's a big difference. So you can. It's also a thing because it's much more work if you engage a second search engine. Sometimes you can copy all your campaigns and whatever. Sometimes you can't. Exactly. And
the reason is because the structure is different, so you have to restructure your keywords. And
yes, exactly.
Some words,
and the length of the description and the PPC and the whatever. And so it differs. And for some things, for example, like Bing or you before, they tried an own platform for itself. But after some years, they say, okay, let's make naked. We copy it like Google. Just copy everything you have.
Then the result is not as good because the structure is different.
Yes, for sure.
The traffic, even the graphic is different.
But you have other possibilities too. For example, with Microsoft Network, you also have a possibility, for example, make advertising at the gaming console. It's completely different. Or within Outlook, with the Microsoft Word. But I think they don't promote it so much. I didn't
even know you can get advertising there.
Yeah, exactly. I talked to because the headquarter in Germany is also Munich, and I talked to the guys and I say, hey, why don't you support us agencies more? You have so much possibilities, and our clients asking us anytime, what can we do? Do we have new ideas, whatever? Because we have to put everything to Google.
So I got another question for you. I mean, I love Google. I mean, I've studied a lot of Google, and I really hear a lot of news about the data policy things.
Yes.
And us marketers, we always love to use data as much as we can.
Absolutely.
How has that new data rule that's recently announced stopped marketers from generating data to get more precise ads? And how you guys, any tricks to get around it, or?
So the thing is that all these new laws, were not made from business people, and they are absolutely
they
not
don't know
made
anything
from digital marketing people. So at the moment they say, there's a new law, and the people are so nervous. The clients ask, what do I do? I need this, but it's really far away from reality. And so the law or the details of the law or what does it mean or whatever has to be more and more precise within the next weeks, I think months per years. For example, we have a project, we make, for example, search marketing for client, and they say, what are you doing, which data you get, and what people are engaged in this, is Miss A, Mr. 2, whatever, and we immediately make something like a contract, we have to write it. And when you ask me, hey, we would like to build up a website here, and then need some social media or whatever, they say, hey, let's start. I say, normally I must say, sorry, we have to need a new contract, we're going to get our data, I
never
say
rule,
that because it's his problem, because he has the data, I'm only the agency,
you're
but
just
you know what I mean, exactly. We are so nervous, but this is also a special German thing within Europe, because we German people are so sensitive with data, and I've talked with some Italian people,
they don't care.
Our clients, they say, Nils, there's no problem, only about 5% of the companies.
So you're still using the data the way you used to before, or it's more restrictive now?
It's a little bit more restrictive, For example, to use the, email data, you have to find the customers on Facebook. For example, we have a client, also insurance, and he says, okay, my main problem is I buy one insurance, also offline, depends on the model, and I cannot contact them anymore.
Really?
Because they
know the data,
they
just cannot use it.
Exactly. And normally, from a data point of view, we would say, hey, let's fire on Facebook or whatever. So we get the data, we can make a duplicate digital twins and all these things, But and now the people are really nervous and say, oh no, let's stop this and let's stop that. And last month I had a client who said, no, we don't go further with Facebook because our data protection manager here doesn't know how to go on.
I think Facebook has cut a lot of privacy data because they got burned, which is not good for data.
Facebook itself is a closed world. Within Facebook, you can make with a Facebook customer whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's the same with your own email client. But to mix it, that's the interesting
problem.
thing. Yeah?
That's what you
exactly.
need. Yeah.
And so there's a joke in Germany in the last weeks because everyone looks for a specialist in this data protection thing.
Okay.
And the joke is when you say, do you know data protection manager? I say yes. Can you give me his email? No, I'm not allowed.
And that's when you get hired.
That shows the strange situation at the moment.
So what's next for your company? Are you going to scale in Hong Kong, build more?
Yes. So the idea was, I think Europe is getting more and more interesting for the Chinese customer or companies.
Or bring Chinese company to Europe. They don't know the demographic. They don't know how to set the campaign.
Exactly, that's a problem. Because I think the situation is there's a big market with about 700 million potential customers. But
high net worth.
Absolutely high net worth and big internet penetration, all those things. Good infrastructure and so on. But we have up to 50 countries. We have 24 official languages. And who can manage with, or who should manage this? And also say, should I go to Spain or French first, or UK last, or Sweden or Denmark?
So where would you recommend? If I'm an Asian company and I want to go to Europe, which is the first country? Munich, right? Close
Munich
to you guys.
For sure, the country Munich. No, I think in the past it was really UK was the most popular one.
Because it's English.
Germany is the second one. For sure, English thing.
So you can test all your stuff in an English country first. Once you get to know Europe, then you can move to more like a big population like Germany.
Yeah, exactly. I think Germany is a little bit stronger in the economy and all these things, a little bit bigger, but I think Germany is really important, UK is important, France is important.
France is difficult?
It's difficult, but it's also important. These are the three main important things, but then it really differs. Also in the German-speaking markets like Switzerland, like Austria, it's completely different. Switzerland is not in the EU. They don't have a data protection, or they have, I'm not sure. So it's a little bit crazy. And Austria is like the small sister of Germany, know, where you have
so every country
the same problems, but only 1/10 of the budget.
Is it worth it to make like one overall campaign, like with hire a superstar like David Beckham and just plaster all over Europe? Is that the cheaper way to go?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because that's always overthinking. If I want to go to all countries, I want to use one fixed expensive price. I always think hire Jackie Chan or something like that. And everybody sees him, everybody knows him. It's one price, and I can scale all across countries. Does that work in Europe?
That's globalism. I think stars and people like this are well known all over the countries for sure.
So that would be a good idea. Do you have any like clients that you can release information that you helped them, like some campaign that was very successful in the past? Can you explain?
Yes.
One more, and we can talk one more.
One more example about successful
like
campaign.
Leslie or something like that.
For example, last year it's a funny story because last year, I told you I was worked at 24, and it's the daughter of a telecom. Telecom, the German telecom is the biggest telecommunication market in Europe. Yes, and I have former colleagues. And they contact me and they say, hey, Nils, you have a problem. We are Europe-wide active. We have affiliate contracts all over Europe with the biggest networks. And the funny thing is, these was the same contracts what I have built up 10 years ago. And I see it, and they are not known all over Europe. Because every country is doing the thing by their own, and they don't have a really centralized digital marketing to, share knowledge, to get better condition, all this.
Get more data.
For sure, get more data, but also to have more pressure on the agencies and all these things. But no one cares for this. It's such a huge company. This is a typical problem. They say, hey, please save us, and they're also McKinsey analysts, and they have some data from them, and I say from an online marketing point of view, it's totally crap. It's wrong. You cannot work with the data because they don't have so we have interviewed all the countries.
It's all scattered. It's not centralized. That's why.
It was really wrong. There was some question: do you do it internally or externally with whom? And they are missing data, and we cannot build up a strategy for this. So the idea was to combine more power to build up like know-how sharing and all these things. And this is also, not a project, not about just to lower the CPC or things like this, but to get more knowledge, to get better conditions, to work with each other, also in a pan-European company.
So how long did that take, and what's the result?
It takes several months because
and you combine all the data, you made it into one big platform.
Combine the data, we get in contact with the networks, with the country itself. It's also a big political thing, you know, because every country is working for this, and who's coming there, he takes something from me, and I get whatever. We centralize everything. The bad German guys, you know, because it's a big country. And it was really a funny project because it really
was successful
shows
at the end. So
it was absolutely
CPA went down, conversion went up.
We make a new pitch for new agencies.
Wow.
I tried to be there, but then the compliance guys say when Nils was already to build up a structure, he cannot apply for being an agency with project. But this is really a funny thing. It was absolutely successful because we have so much possibilities to improve a business, to lower the prices. But like this, you have different in a normal company. You have different departments. One is communication. The second is sales. The third is market. We don't talk each other, or their competitors inside the company. And the same with a bigger company who has several countries. Exactly, marketing departments. They don't talk to each other. It's more work for them.
So how did you convince them to make them talk to each other? You convinced the CEO, the chairman, top down?
No, top down. No, normally more from down to top. Because we talk the language, of the digital marketing people. They see us. There's not a bad consultancy guy. But they're fighting inside.
They're fighting inside. How can you persuade?
Normally, if you show them the advantage. When they say, for example, if you say, hey, we meet every half a year in Germany with all European SEO managers. Everyone will say, it's a business trip, I get it for free, I want to grow my business. That's a good idea. But if you say, we would like, or thinking about to centralize it, when they say, no. Hello, I can't hear you. Hello. Hang up.
So, talking to my listeners who are mostly owners of business, mostly stores or something like that, if they want to reach you, how can they reach you? And give me some background information about that.
So I've already built up our limited now in Hong Kong. Here 3 weeks ago. We have not really people here, employees at the moment, but we build it up. You can reach us also by our website. It's Eviom, EYIOM.HK for Hong Kong. But also the com, but it's the HK is also in Chinese. And yes, for sure, you can reach me there. You can write us a mail or contact formula or whatever. And the thing is, first of all, we would like to make an introduction call or meeting, to understand your business, to understand your goals. And I think that the digital thing is a possibility to test also markets. So we can, for example, say, let's make a first analysis of Spain, French, Germany, something like this, or test with a small budget with 3 campaigns, and we will see where's the traffic better, where's less competitors, where the click price is lower, and all these things. Totally different.
And can you repeat the website again? Sorry.
It's Eviom, it's the name. It's EYIOM.HK for the version here, for the story of the gateway to Europe, or we come at the German or the English market.
So it's very good talking to you. I wish you all the success.
Thanks a lot, Kevin.
And by the way, I met you because of EO. We're both EO members. Entrepreneur organization. So you love the network. I hope to see you again. Maybe next year in Europe or in Munich.
Thanks a lot.
But you always have a friend in Hong Kong, and I hope to see you again soon.
Same to you in Germany.
Thank you.
Kevin, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Digital to Foot Traffic. Join our mailing list at digitaltofoottraffic.com for more of our digital insights and strategies.
Leave us a review on iTunes or your favorite Android apps and subscribe so we'll show you the second we launch a new episode.